Hello, welcome back to another wet, rainy day here in eastern North Carolina. We are dealing with the rain of Hurricane Ian, and it's a little wet, and it was just downpouring a few seconds ago, and I decided to take this break in the rain to come out, do a quick bit of filming while putting the dog out so he could do his thing. Say hello to Steve. He's not happy about the rain. I'm filming this on my iPhone, so if the audio and video is a little messed up, I do apologize. My regular camera does not like the wet. Obviously not a lot of gardening going on today, but what I did do is yesterday I turned around and I did a little preparation for the storm, for the weather we were going to be getting. One of the things I did was I turned around and I drilled a series of holes in various locations throughout the garden. Now, I touched on this last year, and let me show you real quick. Right in here, I drilled a series of 3.5-inch holes, about 24 inches deep. I filled them with a sand and pebble mixture. And though this area right here, right now, is flooded, this area does drain faster than, say, the front area, where there are no holes. And that's simply because the water can penetrate into those holes. The ground is no longer, it's not compacted in those, obviously, those areas since I drilled those holes. That being said, I did the same thing over in the front here, and I drilled those holes as well. You can even see some of that. You can see the remnants of where I drilled the holes. Now again, the area is flooded, but what I hope is that it drains faster after the rain stops. I also turned around and dug a series of holes down here along the garden. And again, you can see the puddling right now, but again, what I'm hopeful for is that when the rain stops, those areas will drain faster. And that was the whole point of drilling these sort of drainage holes. With my auger, I dug a hole down into the ground, filled it with sand, pebbles, mixture, and then turn around, put the topsoil back on. And again, just hope that I punch through that sort of compacted layer, allowing the water to drain down. Now, I did do a couple other spots, and let me show you those now. Here's a couple of spots by the dahlia garden. And again, you can see the puddling right now, but what I'm hopeful is that those water levels, if it does rain heavier and we do get a little more puddling here, it will drain faster. Already here at this hole, you can see that the water, instead of puddling on the surface, is going into the hole. Same thing with that spot and that spot there, though there is a little surface puddling. Now there's one other spot I want to show you, which is always been a concern, but I'm working on it. And again, this is not to prevent the property really from drainage, because you can't stop Mother Nature, but it is to try to help the rainwater recede as quickly as possible. So yesterday I drilled some holes here in the rose garden. And today, again, you can see some of those spots. But hopefully, once the rain stops, this area will start to recede quickly. And here at this end of the orchard, I think I definitely need some drain holes as well. But you can see, for instance, this apple tree just doing just fine, because again, I planted it a little high, and I did pick a high spot when I planted it out. And the very last thing I did yesterday in preparation of today was I turned around and I just, as I had stated in the previous video, picked up a lot of the loose stuff, small pots, anything that might start blowing away, and I put them away in the greenhouse. I put a few more stakes in and around the loofah frame, the arch that I have in the veg garden for the loofahs. They were actually starting to lean a bit due to the winds we were getting yesterday, and we were going to get higher winds today. So I put some rebar in the ground, tied the frame up to the rebar, and it seems to be holding so far. As you can see, the rain's getting a little bit heavier now, so that's it for today's video. If you didn't know, I restarted my blog, so if you go over to growinggreenfinger.com, click on Garden Ramblings. I ramble on about all sorts of stuff. My latest blog, which is coming out tomorrow, is about Capability Brown. If you don't know who Capability Brown is, jump on over to my blog. I'll give you a really short synopsis of it and a book I recommend that you read if you want a lot more detail about the gentleman. Very interesting figure in the gardening world and his contribution to landscape gardens as we know them today. Also, if you'd like to support the channel, check out all the links below, or again on growinggreenfinger.com. You'll see the shop button, and you can click on there, but get yourself a mug, t-shirt, hoodie, because winter's coming up. Tomorrow's supposed to be a much nicer day, so I think my next video is going to be cleaning up the garden and the next steps of what will be coming down the road. That's about it for today. I'm going to catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.